species that we're going to be talking about today is the American witch hazel, which you can see right here. It is in the Hamamelidaceae family, and the Latin name is Hamamelis virginiana. Hama means at the same time, and melis is for melon, and that is referring to the fact that the plant can have flowering and fruiting parts at the same time, which is relatively uncommon. And then the epithet virginiana is because it is from Virginia and the surrounding areas. So this tree can range anywhere from Florida up into Canada and west into Texas. So the habitat, it likes the edge of woodlands and stream banks or river banks and pretty moist acidic soil. It's a pretty small tree, you can see here. It can reach about 20 foot in height, and it's usually multi-stemmed, so there's several different stems that are coming out of the same tree, and it often has these arched shaped to it. So I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of the leaves. So one of the things that stands out most to me is these wavy margins here. It is alternate. They are simple, broadly ovate to obovate in shape, and about 3 to 6 inches long. They're also equilateral, so if you see at the base here, they do not quite match up when they reach the petiole. And the petiole can also be slightly pubescent, so this part at the tip of the leaves, like the stem here, can have some really small fine hairs on it. So the bark is gray-brown, grayish to gray-brown, and smooth. The flowers, so it's monoecious, so it has male and female parts on the same tree. The flowers are a thin yellow petal, kind of spider-looking shape to it. The fruit, actually got one here. The fruit is this small, velvety, brown capsule here, and it's about 1/2 inch long, and it occurs in late summer. And this is actually from last year's flower. So they have a really long reproductive timeline, and the seed can actually, it's forcibly ejected from this pod, and it can shoot out about 30 feet. It needs about a year to germinate, and it won't flower for another 6 years after that. So then the vegetative buds, which you can see here, there we go, these more pointed ones. So they're small and brown, they don't have any scales, and they almost kind of have like a deer hoof look to it. Let's see what else. So because these plants do flower so late in the year, they are usually pollinated by moths. And this tree has a lot of medicinal uses. It can be used for colds, fevers, tumors, cancer, and people often use an extract from the leaves, the bark, and the twigs. It has an astringent property, so it's kind of drying. It's really good for inflammation, for skin, acne, sunburn, itching, insect bites, pain, and swelling. So that pretty much sums up the witch hazel plant, Hamamelis virginiana. Give you one last look at the leaves. And hope you learned something about witch hazel. Thanks.